Okay, so we're here with Dave, and he's had 3
Well, I read Bill Bankston's book last
he
summer.
and his wife.
We didn't have any cancer knowledge with our animals back then, but I was so intrigued and fascinated with it. I actually pursued Reiki and got my Reiki 1 and Reiki 2 attunements, and then when Hank developed cancer, I thought, well, I wonder if I think this Bill Bengston method will actually work, and so I was out looking at some of his videos on YouTube, and somebody had asked, how can I learn this? How can I find somebody that does this? And somebody mentioned your name, so I searched your name on the internet, and that's how I came in contact with you, and then the actual 3 sessions that we've had together. I've noticed a change in both of my dogs. They seem more relaxed and comfortable in their skin, I guess. They're both much happier, much happier.
Just a second.
Just a minute, Hank. Just a minute.
What surprised you about the work?
What actually surprised me was that as I'm doing the sessions with either of the dogs, it's working on me as well. Mm-hmm. It's not that, I'm offering and the universe is just focusing on the dog. It's focusing on everything around. And I feel better. Some of my aches and pains have diminished. Haven't gone away, but they're diminishing. My sleep patterns are different. I'm meditating better. It's been kind of a we go along in life and we learn something and we step up and we are at a plateau and then we step up. We keep learning and progressing, and this has been one of those experiences where the process is bringing me up or around to new information or new energies or something, and it's it feels good, number one, but there's something else that I'm having a hard time finding the words for it, that are just in my core, kind of in the center of me, that just feels more balanced.
Yeah, more grounded.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's an expansion of what I notice now. And I've had this before where I go through a period of time and it is like a level change or whatever, but even making the list of the 20 things and putting pictures to them and memorizing a list. We all know that when you write down things that you want to do or you want to accomplish or you see as your future, you wind up accomplishing those things because you make them a focus. And it's bringing the things in that are important to you, but in a way that isn't so, I'm going to write it down and I'm going to do these 15 things to get to that goal, which is kind of what we've always done in our past. And we've accomplished a lot of things, don't get me wrong, but it's a much more pleasant process. The journey's pleasanter, I guess.
Almost like we're not hammering it out to reach that goal so much as we're just welcoming a manifestation of the things that we love.
Yeah. Great.
That's a good way.
Great. Well, thank you. Well, you guys were model students. And what I love is that 3 sessions, in just 3 sessions, you covered such area, it's like, you don't need to be tutored like a million years, you don't need a college degree in this. It's a profoundly simple process that you quick.
That was the thing that surprised me also, was the simplicity of it. It's difficult to get started because you're like, okay, what do you mean spin a ball? Behind your head. What is that? But once you do it and really, I don't know, it's a very simple process that I think anybody can learn it. And that's
I just sort of teach you the simple process and then say, yes, you're doing it. Yeah, that's it. And then you do it, and then you can get the results. But most of the time it's so simple, you don't do it. Right. And you think, oh, that can't help anything. And then I teach you what to look for, right? So I taught you how to where to touch and where to press and how often and how to tell if they needed it and what to do if the dog wants to walk away, you know,
Yeah.
and there's only like so many things that well, I mean, it can get complicated, but with animals, it tends to be a lot simpler. So, yeah. Okay, good. And I have a new dog, you know, that has cancer, and I think they would love to be in a group with you. And I think the people would love. I love this idea of working with animals, because when they see, oh, that's what they did with the dog, well, then the dog wasn't believing in it. You know, it'll help the family members when the animals help us realize that there's just something going on here that doesn't require, you know, a certain mindset, because the dogs either they have the mindset, you know, which is one of them, like not really getting in the way, or whatever. But I think the dogs help the people, and I think the peoples help you, because you'll see, well, what will happen is you'll meet somebody with a cancer, because it's just so rampant, and you'll be able to say, let me try it on you, maybe, or not.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to go around curing people, but or even treating people, but
No, I ran into a girlfriend of mine that had her daughter's dog was diagnosed with mammary cancer, which was what was in Bell Bengston's book, you know, and she's not wealthy, and, you know, looking at the paths to try to help. And I sent her a picture of the book, and she's doing it. So she looked you up.
Good.
Your
and she can join the Facebook group and ask questions for free. Yeah. So great. So have her do that. And then sometimes just one session with me gets people over the edges.
Okay.
And then you can train her, or you could get in there with her, like you and her could have just a session, and then you could reinforce.
Yeah.
You know, we could cover more ground because you would already have worked through it. And then that would give you more authority. No, Suzanne said, you know, and then she'll do what you tell her, and then it will work.
Sure.
All right, great. Okay, so our next step is to wait for the group, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
I think so.
All right, if you want, you know, I'm around if you need me, you know, if you want just a one-up-one, or you want to do another little series or whatever you need. Okay.
And if you know, need someone to, I don't know, if you have somebody that wants to talk to somebody that's gone through the process, I would definitely be open to talking to someone if they were wanting to just ask questions of a layperson that doesn't have any experience in any of this.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But if that's helpful to you, I'm happy to be. Yeah, I'm happy to do that.
Yeah, people want so much.
And you know, it's tough. I mean, you get in these situations where you're trying to make a decision about someone, you know, a pet that you really, really love. There are no easy answers. You know, there's no right or wrong answer. There's just, you know, there's a lot of possibilities, and you have to pick the one that's best for you. I mean, that's the hardest part, is that nobody can tell you what to do.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Very good. All right, we'll be in touch. Okay. All right. You guys are great. Enjoy healing your whole house.
I know, right?
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. Take care.